to 9, and we encourage you to tune in. If you have somebody you know that would like to listen to a good, entertaining show, tell them to tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of things to mention, a lot of things to go over. It's been quite a week, and want to just let people know that we appreciate all the customers that have come out to Weller's this week. It's been a challenging time, but we've gotten through it. And today is Saturday, and next week's going to be here before you know it. So, again, you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva, and if you ever want to be on the show, I have opportunities for you to be on. It is a show that I pay for, so that means there is a charge if you want to be on the show. But if you want to talk about that, it's 337-7300 if you ever want to talk about being on my show. So, anyway, first thing I want to mention a couple sponsors, and then I'm going to get to a young man named Butch Emmerich. Got a big auction coming up tomorrow. But let me hit just a couple of the people that also help underwrite the show. First is my good friend Bill Strickland, who owns L&W Insurance Agency. I've been dealing with him for 20-plus years. They're located in Dover. They've been serving Delaware for over 60 years. They offer auto, home, health, life, commercial coverage, whatever you may need. And what I personally really like is when I call, not in the middle of the night now, but when I call during normal business hours, I get a normal human being who answers the phone. If I ask for a certain person and she happens to say, well, they're not in right now, would you like to leave a message, or do you want me to get you somebody else? Very, very helpful. They're also on the web at lwinsurance.com. Tell them I sent you. Good friends of mine, good people, 674-3500. Then, No Nonsense Office Machines is my copier guy. Rick Fowler, I've been dealing with him for like 24 years, and he sells copiers and works on copiers and services them and stuff like that. But he also can build you a custom computer. He also can guide you through if you have computer problems. Just a real good all-around guy. 856-7381, 856-7381 is his number. And he also works on Wii's and Game Boys and Xbox 360s and stuff like that. So if you need anything worked on, a computer, a copier, or whatever, he will give you a 25% discount on any labor if you just say, hey, I heard your ad on Jim Weller's show. Last person I want to mention is my new heating and air company. Not that I own it, but I had a new heating and air system put in my house by First Class Heating and Air, and I'm unbelievably satisfied. They did a great job. They came. They did a good job. He actually said, I'm going to leave your place better than I found it. He didn't cut the grass or anything like that, but the place underneath my house looked better than it ever did. But they offer heating and air, plumbing, electrical, home performance things. And when you get under home performance, another thing they do is encapsulate the underneath of your house. It's where they take the insulation out from under your floor and they put this rubber stuff down on the ground and it goes up the cement block walls, and then they spray this foam insulation. They did that to my house this week, and so I'm very excited about that also. So First Class Heating and Air, 934-8900. They've been serving Delmarva for over 40 years. Tell them I sent you. They're on the web at firstclasshvac.com. Locally owned and operated, good people. Give them a call, 934-8900. Now, I want to get to something that I love to attend, love to go to, and that is auctions. Butch Emmerich does a great job. It's Emmerich Auction. Him and his son Will run it, and they do a good job. I met your wife Carol, works with you, and I got to meet her at the last auction.
That's right.
And that auction there, Butch, I have to guess. Yeah, you're on. So I have to guess that auction. That was Dale
Denson, right?
Denson's estate
up near Lincoln.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to guess 500 people.
I think we had 565.
Isn't that amazing out there on a Saturday?
Well, we were very lucky. It was a beautiful day, and it had been very cold, and he was well known. And
yes, and had quality stuff.
I had incredible quality stuff.
Yeah.
It's relatively, I guess, even fairly easy to get ag equipment and tractors and what have you, but it's very rare to get them with
100 hours
on them. And that. That has huge appeal for everybody.
But I got to believe as a customer, they were very happy also, the estate.
Oh, yeah, they were tickled to death.
Yeah, you brought some people out, everything sold, and I came and had a good time, got some bargains. And then I guess tomorrow you have a big sale?
We do. We have our 15th annual President's Day weekend sale. Now, President's Day weekend in Rehoboth Beach is a big big weekend because it's the first weekend that a lot of people come down and check on their houses, get them opened up, and what have you, and people are off for the long weekend. So every Sunday we have it. We actually, they have the Merchant's Attic there at the convention center today, which is the state's biggest yard sale. But so we don't get in there till 3:00 this afternoon. We'll be there till midnight setting up. It's going to be tough deal. But I could tell you this: it is a really nice assemblage of 4 estates, including. One of the estates was the estate of the late A.P. Kroll, Page Kroll from Georgetown, who recently passed away, and was a friend of ours and a great site work contractor and what have you. Everybody knew Page, and then we also have an estate from over on Lewis Beach. We have some really great Tom Wilson paintings, and Tom Wilson's, his life partner, owned these things, and he passed on, and a lot of the Wilson furniture and art is in this sale.
Some very rare stuff. It sounds like. Right.
This Gabby was, he was, part of the Back Porch Cafe in Rehoboth Beach, and well-known guy. And he had, it used to be that I didn't get a Tom Wilson once every couple of years, and I sold 5 or 6 at my last sale, and I'm selling 5 or 6 at this sale. Very, very hard to come by. He was a super talented guy. He was not only a great painter and sculptor, but he was a great model. He was a model in Paris and New York. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
believe your last auction, you might have had a painting.
Right, I had some of his. Right, and this is the second phase.
Wow!
But also that came from that estate. We have a large and very rare early period secretary desk made in Duck Creek up near Odessa.
Okay.
Now all the great furniture and cabinet makers came from Odessa in the late 1700s.
Odessa, Delaware.
Yeah, Odessa, Delaware is probably the most historic town in Delaware. One of the hardest things you can find right now is a period, of the period desk or cabinet that was made in Delaware around Duck Creek and Odessa. Very, very rare. I mean, you just don't see them. I used to see them once a year. Now I see them once every 5 years.
My.
So, that's a really nice piece that was also in Houston Wilson's estate originally. And then we have some other good furniture. We have 3 great Howard Schroeder paintings, the late Howard Schroeder. We have 2 really interesting motorcycles. These are both choppers.
I see that.
Right, and one of
like
these,
that Ocean Sea OC.
Yeah, one of them was done partially by the Orange County Choppers in California.
Okay.
And the gentleman that owns it has around $80,000 invested in this motorcycle.
So that's going to be a collector's item in itself.
It is, and it's in to sell. And then we also have a 2006 Saxon Black Crown, another real wild chopper, all powder coated and customized, and we have some really other interesting vehicles and stuff. We have
golf cart.
Yeah, we have a great golf cart that's got no hours on it. We an Easy Go. We have a 2006 Lincoln Town Car, 2006 with 15,000 miles on it.
Gosh.
When are you going to see that?
A nice little car.
Oh, it's
very comfy, I'm sure.
Yeah, it belongs to a gentleman from Lewis, and it's always been in the garage. It looks like the day it was new.
I see a 0-turn mower.
Yeah, we've got a Cub Cadet 0-turn mower. You know how expensive they are, and this one's in great shape. Came from one of the estates, a living estate out at the Oyster Rocks. We actually have some model home furniture from out there that is, essentially brand new.
Right.
And designer type furniture. I think a lot of it came from Johnny Janosic and Selbyville, and it's a little bit of everything in this sale, which it normally is. What we try to do is bring together 3 or 4 estates with a broad spectrum of everything.
Right, you don't have to be a collector to go to this. If
no, we have items from $5 to $5,000.
Right, but yet if you are not a collector and you say, look, I just want something unique for my house, don't want to spend a lot of money, but I just want something to add a little mystique or style or whatever.
Have, there's a lot of great smalls, great china and glassware and oriental rugs, and we have some guns, little part of a gun collection.
Okay.
The 357 Magnum.
Any tags in this auction?
Yeah, we have Delaware 9684, just one tag.
4-digit
9684, 4
but it doesn't have any letters in front of it. It's
it's just a straight
4 numbers.
Straight 4-digit tag, and as you know, they're very collectible.
Any chance it's in black and white?
It is in black and white.
It is. Okay, good.
It is in black and white.
So they don't even have to go bother with that.
Gentlemen moving to Florida.
Really?
I get a lot of that. I get a lot of people that are moving and they know their tag has value.
Right.
So they want to sell it before they, before they move. It's actually a very good time for tags. We have tremendous demand right now for 2-digit tags. I mean, I probably have right now 8 or 10 buyers waiting in the wings for a good 2-digit tag.
Is the last one you sold maybe number 67?
Yeah. For 100 and
something. I can't remember.
Yeah, 170,000.
Sounds like a lot of money, but yet it was still a good deal.
Well,
because there's only so many of them.
It's a great way to pass wealth on from generation to generation. I mean, it's and you have it on your car every day. It's something that no child in Delaware is not glad to have one.
Right. Yeah.
It gets to be a generational thing. It really does.
Now, if people come to this auction, probably enough seating for a couple hundred people?
Seating for about 250, but we hold about 650.
Wow.
Well, actually, when we sold Delaware Tag number 6, we had 1,300 people there.
Gosh.
And the fire marshal was going to close down. We had two.
That's why he started talking faster.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we had to talk faster. And so,
but this is like a social gathering too. You could just come out and spend the whole day.
You can spend the whole day. And then we also, we'll be there from 9. Well, we'll be there from 7 till probably 7 o'clock at night. But the sale itself, preview starts at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we actually start the bidding at 9:30.
Okay.
Herbie Kenton will be helping me as always. One of the great auctioneers anywhere on Delmarva. You've known Herbie all your life.
He does a good job. Yeah.
And we'll have 3 auctioneers, and we'll sometimes 2 at a time. Great
Is there
food.
any preview tonight or just tomorrow morning?
No preview tonight because I don't even get in there till tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I have 14 people setting up tomorrow afternoon, so I have to apologize.
You're setting up
for not having a preview
today. You're setting up all the way up till like midnight, and then tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, people can come. Is this Sunday or Monday? Tomorrow.
It's Sunday.
This thing is tomorrow, and you got to set up tonight.
Yeah, we're setting up tonight.
Wow.
It'll be a late night for us.
I can see that.
Because the merchant's attic is in there, and of course, that's a Delaware or a Chamber of Commerce thing, and
people can go to that today.
Yeah, it's a great deal. I'll tell you a funny story. Last year, I went to the merchant's attic, and I bought an antique print of a famous illustration from up in Chadsworth, Pennsylvania, and I recognized it for what it was. And I bought it for $12. I put it in my auction, and it brought $327, $328 the next day.
Oh, wow.
So you can find bargains there.
Yes, you can.
I mean, you really can find some great bargains.
Well, I've been to a lot of your auctions. There's a lot of good deals. It's a lot of fun. So I'm kind of throwing it out there. If somebody doesn't have anything to do tomorrow, even if you do go to church or don't go to church, after church, there's still plenty of time to scoot down there. All afternoon, things going to be going on.
From 12 to 5:30. Go to church, folks. If you're on the fence, go to church.
Yep.
But I can tell you this. If you've never been to one of these sales, like 90% of the people that are first-timers are repeat customers. Yeah. I mean, there's always a bargain, and there's always something that you're going to want. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just really a lot of good stuff.
You take checks, credit cards, cash.
Yep.
No
IOUs.
Take them all.
No IOUs. You can't work it off. But we do take major credit cards, checks, and cash.
All right. Now, also, if somebody's listening and they say, I've got an estate coming up, or I've got a barn full of stuff that I kind of want to just turn it from things to cash, you can help with that.
Absolutely.
In other words, people give you a call. I guess you would come out and look at it.
Right. And we'll give them, ideas of value and what have you. Jimmy, I've always said this. The very finest auction that you can have, and I'm in my 42nd year or something, the very finest auction you can have is a name estate where you sell all the contents and the real estate on site. Now, whether it's a farm or just their home, with a big yard, and this is the time of year to do that. I can't ever remember not having a really successful sale when everything was done the same day. Because, if you sell the real estate, it adds to the content sale. If you sell the contents, you build the crowd for the real estate sale. An auction should be an event.
Right.
In the auction.
That last one I went to on Saturday was an event. In other words,
Right, exactly. And there's 565 people in February.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yep.
Well, sort of in and out, but yeah.
But I also wanted to say what I noticed, Butch, is if somebody were to call you, you also know and do a lot of advertising. I see you print these flyers. Your ads are in the guide. You're on the radio.
Right.
In other words, you're known. You're out there, and you advertise.
And we advertise.
I think that's a big thing. If you're sitting there saying, well, I could get this auctioneer or maybe that auctioneer or whatever, the big question is, do they advertise? Not just advertise that one sale, but do they advertise?
You know, my grandfather used to say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And it is, you know. I mean, if you see these guys that just list what they're going to sell with no photographs, I mean, it's more expensive to do it.
Right.
But, you know, without a crowd, you got nothing in the auction world.
That's true. Takes a crowd to get it sold. Well, Butch, let's give out some phone numbers. What's the best number to reach you?
All right. Our office phone number is 302-227-1433 during the day. We're there, you know, Monday through Friday.
All right. If not, they can leave a message.
And if not, you can call us at 302-542-5026. That's my son Will.
Okay.
My right-hand man, and he's the young energy in the organization.
Yes,
this guy's a worker.
Yeah.
So you know, you can call Will, or you can call me at 302-542-0896.
0896. Now I got to ask you, Butch, do you text?
Do I text?
Yeah.
Rarely. Will text.
Will does text. Right?
Will's the electronic guy. You know, I very seldom text.
Okay.
But he texts all the time.
And then I see the websites, www.
I don't tweet either.
You don't tweet or text. Okay.
I don't tweet or text. But he does. He does all that.
But in other words, you're smart enough to know how to just delegate that.
Well, that's exactly right. You know,
right.
It's,
so a good leader surrounds himself with good people.
Let's hope so.
All right. And then it's Emmert, EMMERT, auction.com on the web, because I believe all these pictures and stuff are on there. Sure. Lots of them anyway.
Absolutely. You can log on to see what's in the sale tomorrow at emmertauction.com, or we're always on auctionzip.com.
Oh yeah, auctionzip.com. Yep. Well, good. So do you happen to know offhand what your next auction is after this one?
Yeah, I've got a real estate auction in Rehoboth.
Okay.
Right? Now this is in the second block of Maryland Avenue. It's very different. It is a condominium, but it's a basement condominium.
Okay.
Big condominium, 1.5 blocks from the boardwalk.
Really?
Right? Now this is something that sold in the high times. Let's call that, you know, the high times in Rehoboth real estate were 03 to 06. I mean, that's when everything was just super inflated, you know. And I think this thing sold for around $350,000.
Okay.
We expect it to sell this condo maybe $150,000, $175,000. Very, very rare. I mean, if you're looking for a rental investment or just an intro level condominium in the city of Rehoboth, this is going to be, we think, one of the real tremendous buys around.
Sounds like it.
And it's actually on the street where I grew up.
Really?
So, you know, it's interesting, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of memories of that Maryland Avenue neighborhood, you know. Wow. It's close to everything.
Close to everything.
Yeah, 2 blocks from Main Street, 2 blocks or a block and a half from the boardwalk.
Wow.
So that's going to be interesting. To be looking for that. And we have it's looking like we're going to have a fairly full schedule. You know, we have our annual restaurant equipment sale coming up this spring. If you want to sell restaurant or food service equipment,
get a hold of you.
Right, get a hold of us of that. We're going to have a real nice sale for a gentleman in Lewis, an estate sale on site. We've got several other real estate sales that are coming up. I mean, it looks like it's going to be pretty full. So, folks, if you want to have a great sale, you call us. We'll come out the same day.
Okay.
You know,
talk to them, guide them through it,
and consult with you, walk you through every phase of it, and you know, and you'll know everything up front.
Good. All right, 227-1433. 227-1433.
Ask for Butch or Will.
Thank you, Butch. Thank you for being on. Thank you for your support of my show.
Have a great weekend. Okay. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That was Butch Emmert Auction. It does a great job. Now I got a couple more commercials, and then we're going to take a break here in a minute. And so my next advertiser, where am I at on my list, is my accountant. All right, everybody advertises. It seems to be my friend, not somebody I know. So anyway, this is George Luff and Associates, and his son is now working with him, Tyler. And I just want to let you know they not only do accounting work because, man, all these new laws and rules and regulations and everything keeps us hopping just in our business. But one thing that we have had them do for us over the past year, maybe it's been 2 years now, is payroll. They're doing our payroll for us, in other words. So now that doesn't imply that they're paying our people. It means that they're just doing our payroll for us. It's called Easy Payroll with Luff and Associates. Then they do like the I-9s and your W-4s and W-2s and W-3s. It's like, who comes up with all these things? They'll do your 940s and 941s. They can write your payroll checks, do direct deposit, any way you want to handle your payroll. You can be a company as small as one person. You can be a company over 150 people. So if you have 1 to 5 employees, for example, because people say, well, I wonder how much this costs. Every time I run this ad, I have people call me saying, well, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Well, for example, if you have 1 to 5 employees, it costs $25 per pay period. So, for example, we pay every other week. So we only have 2 pay periods a month. So I think we're in the 11 to 24 employees, which is only $54 a pay period. So think about that. I mean, if you had, gosh, I don't even know how to figure that out, but that's not even $10 a person. That's just barely over $5 a person to do the payroll. So think about that, folks. Yeah, 1 to 5 is $25 a pay period. So at $5 a person, that's $25. You can't. If you're listening to me and you're a big business or a small business, you already know what it costs you to do your own payroll, not counting all the other things that they offer. So 422-9699, 422-9699, or on the web, Luff, Luff, CPAS, luffcpas.com. Tell them I sent you. Good people to deal with. I've dealt with them for years. So we want to thank Butch Emmerich for being on. He did a great job. If you're not doing anything tomorrow, or if you are doing anything tomorrow, this looks like a fun auction to be at. Now, the other thing is, if you ever want to be on Weller Does Delmarva, we are always looking for people to interview, talk about, and so on, and we do charge for it. So keep that in mind. But we do need people that want to talk about something. Now, in a little bit, after about 8:30, 8:35 or so, I'm going to talk to Brandon or Brooks, one of those two, who helps me out here at Weller's. They're brothers, actually, and they do a fantastic job. I knew them ever since they were little kids. They've worked for me for a few years now, and they're turning into really good salespeople. So I will be back in just a minute or two with more of Weller Does Delmarva. Tell your friends to tune us in, like us on Facebook, and I'll be back.
Good morning. It is 8:30. Taking a look at Delaware news. Snow removal costs this winter are now more than $10.3 million and climbing. The Delaware Department of Transportation released that figure yesterday, but it does not include the cost of dealing with the most recent winter storm on Wednesday and Thursday. The state has already spread more than 68,800 tons of salt this winter, which has already cost nearly $4.5 million. Wildlife officials say downstate trout season getting underway soon at two ponds. The Delaware Fish and Wildlife Division says that Tidbury Pond, which is near Dover, and Newton Pond outside of Greenwood will open for trout fishing 7:30 p.m. March the 1st. Two ponds will be stocked with over 300 pounds of rainbow trout. You do need a fishing license. Time for CBS News.
CBS News Update. I'm Gary Nunn. New England is in for a heavy hammering of winter. Again, heavy snow, high winds.
We're talking about accumulations here that are going to range anywhere likely from about 4 to 8 inches of accumulation around Boston. Potentially, though, more near the Cape. We're talking 12 to 18 inches across parts of Maine. It'll be a little lower for New York City, but when you pair the winds with the intense snow, the possibility of blizzard conditions does exist.
WBBM TV meteorologist Megan Glaros. The dig out continues. The problems piling up.
This has become the soundtrack of winter. Endless snowplows and shoveling. With storm after storm, the problem has become where to put all of the snow.
CBS's Terrell Brown. Spillover from earlier storms has thousands still in the dark.
The great majority, 95 to 99%, should be back on by midnight Saturday night.
Jim Kraft of Georgia Power, but full service from the south to New England is not expected before Monday. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
Discover Brandywine Senior Living at Seaside Point, Rehoboth Beach, providing a lifestyle that'll exceed your expectations for your loved ones, who may require a degree of personal assistance. Residents are staying cozy and warm at Brandywine. They're eating popcorn, watching movies, sipping cocoa, and reading books by the fire. Call Heidi or Donna at 302-226-8750 or on the web at brandycare.com. brandycare.com. Brandywine Senior Living, where life is beautiful.
Right now, you can enjoy the comfort and savings of a new energy-efficient heating system with 0% interest-free financing for 4 years, free 10-year parts and labor warranty, and free maintenance for the first year. If you find you're less comfortable each winter, but spending more trying to heat your home, call First Class Heating and Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical today. In Maryland, 410-742-2121. Delaware, 302-934-8900. Or visit them online at firstclasshvac.com.
Susan Monday here, inviting you to check out the restaurants that make up the J. Caputo Restaurant Group. Espuma in downtown Rehoboth Beach, a perennial Best of Delaware Award winner, and Chef J. Caputo, a 6 times James Beard Foundation Award nominee. Every Thursday's pasta night with handmade pasta and raviolis, priced from $12 to $21. And then there's Cabo Modern Mexican and Tequila Bar, also in downtown Rehoboth, known for authentic Mexican cuisine and the best margaritas around. Cabo, the perfect spot for big groups with rooftop dining and fire pits to keep you warm. And let's not forget the Rose and Crown, located inside the Hotel Rodney in downtown Lewis, an upscale British pub with lots of local beers on tap, open daily from 11 until 11. Happy hour all day on Sunday, plus you'll never miss a football game with the bar's NFL ticket. Make sure you try the Bacon Burger.
Espuma Restaurant, Cabo Modern Mexican Tequila Bar, and Rose and Crown British Pub. 3 signature J. Caputo restaurants. The truth is on your fork.
Cold temperatures are in the forecast, which means muscle and joint stiffness are too. Better get prepared by picking up a can or two of Salonpas Jet Spray. Salonpas Jet Spray has 2 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that you spray right where it hurts. It goes on clear, dries fast, and relieves pain for up to 8 full hours. Look for the blue can with the blue cap. Salonpas, powerful relief when and where you need it. Available at Walmart.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 105.9.
Okay, everybody. You are listening to Weller Does Delmarva. Man, the hour is just flying by. But if you're listening to me and you got any friends that you'd like to suggest to listen, I'm trying to make this show as interesting as I can. One point I want to make is we've had a slow week. Obviously, we've had horrible weather and so on. I'm going to personally be here today till about noon-ish. And if you want to make a deal on a trailer today, I'm not a miracle worker, and I'm not going to sell them for half price or do anything that's going to harm me or my staff. But if you want a little bit better deal than normal, there are some trailers here I can do that with. Now, our $599 trailer, there isn't a thing in the world I can do with that thing. That's the best price in probably a 10-state area. But anyway, I just want to let you know we got a lot of trailers in stock. Everybody's here today. I'll be done with this show about 9 o'clock, and if there's anything we can do to persuade you to buy a trailer, we're open till 1. But the better deals are up till about noon. Everybody that comes at the last minute, that is not the time to make a deal with me, because guess what happens after 1 o'clock? I got to start paying everybody more money. In some terms, it's called overtime. So when you come here and you hold us up and we have to stay later, it doesn't make us want to sell anything for less, because it costs us more money to actually wait on you when you run us past closing time. I don't know where some people have this idea if we come at the last minute, we get a better deal. That's not the time to get me to give you a better deal. But I'm here today. I'm hungry to sell something. I'm not hungry to give anything away. So if you want to buy a trailer, come on in, talk to Brooks, Brandon, tell them, say, get Jim and make me a deal. Today is a good day. If you got something you want to sell us, I'm always buying stuff too, so today would be a good day to sell me something. But I want to hit another one of my sponsors. I'll tell you, I do want to say thanks to all my sponsors, but L&W Insurance Agency, man, this is the time of year a lot of people have busted pipes, insurance claims, things like that. If you want to deal with with a company that works between you and the insurance agency, does a great job, I highly recommend them. Anytime I've ever had an insurance claim, they got involved, and they don't represent just one company. So in other words, if you dealt with a company and they only sell one name brand of insurance and you have a problem, you're stuck. When you deal with L&W, if they have one company and you don't care for that company or whatever, they can talk to you about a different company because they are an independent agent. So it's L&W Insurance Agency, 674-3500. I've dealt with them for 20 plus years. They're on the web at lwinsurance.com. Give them a call and check them out and give them the opportunity to earn your business. Then my heating and air conditioning company, I've been bragging on them. First Class Heating and Air, put a new system in my house. They put a new heating and air conditioning system. And I'll tell you what else I like. They got this new little thermostat in the hallway. And every time I walk by it, I'm like, I can see what the temperature is outside. It's kind of cool. It's even wireless. Like I can go there, and if I'm not home, I can turn the heat down. So Denise is like, what's wrong around here? The house seems colder than normal. Or I can crank it up and sweat her out, whatever I want to do. But it's kind of neat. It also is set up that in the event that my heater breaks, it automatically sends First Class Heating and Air an email saying, hey, something's wrong at the Wellers. And that way I don't have to, worry about it, especially if I'm on a trip or something like that. First Class Heating and Air, they do heating, plumbing, electrical, everything. Serving Delmarva for over 40 years, 934-8900. Now, Brandon, what's up in your world? This is Brandon Ritter. He's works with me here for a while, does a good job. I wanted to mention these hand warmers. In other words, have you seen these?
I have.
Okay. Have you used them?
I've used them a couple times, and they work great, especially if you're a hunter up in the hunting stands and you don't want to have a propane heater or anything like that. You just bust out a couple of those things. And
I'll tell you what else I think they're good for. I took a bunch of kids sledding the other day, and their hands were freezing.
Oh, yeah.
I was whipping them all over the place. And I don't even know how we got these and got them so cheap, but they're like $1, aren't they?
Yes.
And they're a pack of 2.
Exactly.
For $1. So if you're listening, these are worth buying and sticking in the glove box of your car or something like that.
Yeah, I've even had people
having them there.
Shove them down inside their jackets and use them as like a heater for their
jacket. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Especially if you're on blood thinners.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got them. Then I wanted to talk about email specials. You personally do most of these, and I have been watching them, in other words, and I've had a lot of friends that receive them and come in and are very happy with them. But
they are.
I'm under the impression if you aren't on our email special list, you don't get these emails.
Exactly.
That's the only way you get them.
Yes.
So what do they do if they want, like if somebody's listening right now and they say, look, first question is people don't want to be inundated with them. Do you do 5 a week, 10 a week? How many you do?
Well, I try to keep it down a little bit, but we do 3 a week.
3 a week.
Usually it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If it's not, then it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, okay. It's one day or the other is what you're saying.
Or I'll send them all 3 on Monday.
Okay, all 3 on Monday. So, or you could send all 3 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or if the notion struck you, you could send all 3 on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Okay, I got the message. So anyway, they're emails is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, and so people have to tell us that they want to be on this list.
Yes.
You don't just arbitrarily just pick emails out of the sky.
No, I'm not out there stalking or paying anybody for their email lists or anything like that.
And we don't sell them either.
We don't.
Okay.
All your information is secure with us. We have a nice list generated, and we send an email out 3 times a week. It has coupons in there. It has notifications in there when our next barn sale is. If we have something coming up. There's a lot of information.
I've seen some of the specials, and they're really real deals.
They are.
They're kind of like the deal you really hope nobody takes advantage of.
Exactly.
But they sure look good.
But they're there.
But they're there, and you really have them.
Yes, we really have them. They're not just a lure to get you in and say, oh, by the way, we ran out or anything like that.
So you usually pick something we got a few of.
Yes.
Okay.
And if it's something that is a short fuse special or something like that,
move fast.
We tell you, get in here because we only have 1 or 2 left.
What do they do if they want to be on it?
If they want to be on it, you can email me at Brandon, that's BRANDON, @Wellers.com. You can call me at 337-8228. You can Facebook message me. I'm the one that operates Wellers Clearance, which is the Wellers Clearance Center Facebook.
Okay.
You can contact any one of us here. They'll get your email address. They'll tell me to put it on the list, and I'll put it right there on there.
And what if somebody says, man, you are bugging me. I'm sick of these emails. I want to save no more money. I'm done with it. I only want to pay retail. Please do not notify me of your specials.
Well, this is the great thing. You don't have to get in your car, come all the way into the store, and slap me across the face.
Okay.
All you have to do is safely unsubscribe. It's right on the bottom of the email that I send you. There's a little button that says Safe Unsubscribe. If you're tired of getting the great deals and you want to pay retail,
I mean, some people can take
button.
it no longer.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. So that's how to get on the email special list. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. I think you know it because they just arrived in the middle of the night last night. We were completely out of the Val 6 infrared heaters. People in the barn last month were amazed at these heaters. These are huge, like 100 and some thousand BTU heaters that burn diesel or kerosene. And they don't actually heat the air, they heat objects. And they're unreal. Like they warm a floor, the objects in the room. And the theory behind it is every time you open your door, if you're heating air, you lose your heat. But we ran out of these things. Couldn't get them. Nationwide shortage of them, in other words. But last night we were able to get 2 and 2. So if you are listening, we are getting them put together as we speak. We're going to fire them up. And if you've never seen one operate, you'll be able to see it operate here at Weller's in Bridgeville. We got one of the big ones on a high setting. It's 140,000 BTUs. It will curl your hair or melt your hair, one or the other. But anyway, and then we have the other one, which is called a Daystar, and that thing there is 51,000 BTUs. So look, if you've never seen one of these operate, or if you were at the barn and said, I want one, and we were saying we can't sell them because it's what we use to heat, we got 4 in, 2 of the big one, 2 of the other one. Come see Brandon or Brooks today. We'll have it. We're putting them together, right?
We are assembling them as we speak.
As we speak. We are speaking and assembling them at the same time.
We're very well in multitasking.
What's that word? Ambidextric? Or
ambidextrous.
Yeah, we are that. Like one hand, and we can talk at the same time.
Yeah.
So we can even walk at you guys.
We can. I tried it
We
this morning.
are a talented bunch. And again, you're going to be in sales as soon as this radio show's over,
I'm
right?
walking out the door and I'm ringing people up.
Okay, so you're ready. So in other words, all they got to do is just come in, and some people can pay retail if they want. Is that right?
If they want. I'm not going to
Okay.
twist their arm, but I'll let them.
Okay. So anyway, another thing I wanted to mention, I mentioned this yesterday. We had some really crazy Valentine's Day special, and I hope everybody out there had a good Valentine's Day. And we had a lot of people come in, take advantage of our specials. So, but another special I had yesterday, I mentioned, is these Adirondack chairs. And this special is only good till 1 o'clock today, okay? Because this is a crazy, crazy offer. So, folks, here's the deal. These chairs sell, like if you were to go to any of the big box stores and look online, I'm looking right at one of the big box stores ads right here, $428 for a composite. These are made out of like a cellular PVC type material.
That's correct.
Okay. And unlike most Adirondack chairs, these fold. These fold up for easy storage, for easy if you want to carry 3 or 4 in the back of a vehicle, they fold up. When they don't fold up, they're real hard to carry. So what we're saying is we see them online for $428. A wooden one is $349. Now, as usual at Weller's, we always get crazy deals on stuff. So our everyday price on these chairs is $197.50. Okay?
Amazing.
Huh?
Amazing.
Amazing. It is amazing. So anyway, I think you were with me when I bought them.
I was.
But it's amazing how I got these. But anyway, they're brand new. They're not stolen. They're just an incredible deal. Okay? So they're half of a big box store to begin with. But today and today only. So that means this offer is no good on Monday, okay? Buy one, get one free. That brings your net cost down to $98.75. You couldn't buy a wooden, non-folding Adirondack chair for this. This is a, what is it called? A cellular PVC material, and they're pretty much maintenance-free. Yep. They're not going to rot, rust, chip. Isn't even the screws
stainless
and
steel.
Nuts and bolts stainless steel?
Yep.
Okay. So, and aren't they actually assembled by the Amish?
They are.
So the workmanship is impeccable, too. In other words, there's no made in China things. What are you going to say something, Brooks? This is not a party line here. Okay, you're getting ready to hear Brooks Ritter as soon as he clears his throat.
And they're even big boy friendly.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are. Very comfortable.
Very comfortable. All right. Well, anyway, Brooks sits in one out behind the counter quite often. Now, so anyway, that was Brooks Ritter, which is Brandon Ritter's. Are you guys twins? Is there an age difference?
Maybe just a couple years.
Okay, all right.
And a few pounds.
And a few pounds. Oh, I did not say that first. You okay, Brooks, over there?
I am great. See, Mom always served me first, so I took advantage of it.
That's true. All right. Well, anyway, or maybe you were quicker.
I would say so.
Okay. Anyway, Brooks Ritter, Brandon Ritter, they work here. They're good guys. They're honest. They're friendly. They're family men. They support their community any way they can. So if you want to deal at Weller's, like if you're listening, you say, you know what, I have never, ever, ever been to Weller's because I don't need a trailer. Yeah. I got jump ropes out there. I didn't even know I had them daggone things. We have jump ropes. Do we have sponges?
We have sponges.
Do we have things for cleaning pots and pans?
We do.
Okay. So I'm telling you, we've got it from hand warmers to socks. That's another thing we got.
That's a famous thing we
That's
have.
a famous thing we got. It started out as a joke. I bought hundreds of thousands of pairs of socks. We're down to less than 50,000 pairs, aren't we?
I think we're close.
Close. Okay. All right. So anyway, we have socks. We have socks cheaper than anybody. Do you know the price? I don't even know the price. I mean,
you get 6 pairs for $5.
6 pairs, less than $1 a pair. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, and some of them are made in America.
They are.
Wow.
They are.
I like the athletic socks. When I wear them, it makes me feel athletic. I don't have to do anything. I wear them when I stare at my treadmill. So that way I feel like I'm accomplishing something.
And you crank the heat up. So
and I crank the heat up, right? All right, what was the deal I was talking about? The chairs. The folding Adirondack chairs. You can go to the big box store and pay $428 if you want. But you can come to Weller's and pay me $197.50. And today, what are you pointing your finger at? Is there somebody behind me?
I was going to do a little thing here. If you can't remember when that special ends, just think of the special. Buy one, get one free. So by 1 o'clock today, you can get this special.
Brooks, what do you think of that wisdom there? Buy one. Okay.
I'm amazed.
Oh, we're in awe of this man.
I'm tired now.
Buy one. Yeah, he's done. He needs a break. Buy one, get one free. So buy one today. Buy one of these chairs. Buy one for $197.50, and you get another one free. You can buy all you want. I don't think we have over 200, and I know for sure I can't get any more. So that was a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Hey, what else do I want to talk about? We're going to run out of time before we know it. Chair special. What's else? Let's get you in a trailer. What did that note mean?
We have
today.
trailers
I put the word,
and
then I put before noon. Let's get you in a trailer today before noon. Okay, so what we're saying is it's not like we want to get you inside of an enclosed trailer or beat you up or anything. What we're saying is we want to sell you a trailer. Now, we got a lot of used trailers lately. People bringing them in, selling them to us.
They are.
I'm like, who in the world's authorized? Didn't you get one just the other day, like a 4x8 enclosed, and then sell it within a day or two of?
We did.
What was that thing like, $700-800 or some crazy figure?
Yep.
Yeah.
It didn't even make it on the lot.
You guys sold that thing too cheap. $700-800 for an enclosed trailer. You can't even buy an open trailer for that. Hardly. Now, let me tell everybody about this one trailer we are selling sometimes 3 and 4 a day. You guys know what trailer that is?
That is a 5x8 for $599.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Big box stores can't touch that one. That's a deal, folks.
So that's just the price on the trailer. Let's add the service behind it.
Oh, that's so wonderful. So anyway, the smiling faces and so on. So anyway, and that's where we make all our money. Most people think we make about $600 on that $599 trailer, don't they?
They do.
It's amazing, isn't it? So, but we allow all customers to come in here and entertain us, don't we?
We do. Mm-hmm.
In other words, and the more you speak sometimes, the more entertaining everybody can be. But we appreciate our customers. We've been in business. I don't even know how long I've been in business. How old am I? I'm 55. I started in business when I was 16. How old is that? How long is that?
39 years.
39.
One's 49, one's 39.
18.
16 from 55 is 39. All right. I've been in business 39 years, folks. And both these guys are really good with math. That's why we have calculators on the counter. So anyway, all right. So what we're saying is if we want a trailer, we're a little anxious to sell one. What's a reasonable amount of trailers we could sell in a day without killing ourselves or wearing everybody out? Because what does it take? Guy comes in, wants to talk about a trailer. You go outside with him. Are you out there 40 minutes probably on an average? Any idea? This is where you would speak when I stop.
I would say 15 to 20 minutes is
15 to 20 minutes because you're a speed talker there.
I am.
Okay, I might hold him for an hour using more words. Brandon, how long does it take you to sell one?
Well, yeah, it averages about 10 to 15 minutes depending on, which trailer. If they know what they're looking for, if they don't know what they're looking for, we try to educate the customer and help them understand what they're buying and the quality.
That is amazing. So many people that are buying a trailer, all they think is if I can get it on it, it will haul it.
Absolutely.
They have no idea of the different size tires.
I actually had a customer yesterday. We did a little bit of research on a mower that he owns, and it's 61 inches, and he was convinced it would fit on a 5-wide trailer.
let me think this through. 5 times 12 is how many inches?
60 inches.
And he was convinced a 61-inch mower would fit.
Exactly.
Here's my theory. If you get up enough speed, anything will fit.
Absolutely.
Okay?
You may not be happy
You get
with the
that
outcome.
mower up to 80 miles an hour, you can slam it right on there.
It might void the warranty of the
but
trailer.
that's the difference between us and a lot of other places. We're going to walk you through it. You know, you may come in and you may say, why all the questions? Because, number one, once we sell a trailer, we don't take it back, okay? Because there's so many papers and warranty papers and motor vehicle papers and so on. You know, once we sell it, it goes from new to used. And so we have a lot of people, they come in and they're like, well, it's this and this and this. I find with enclosed customers all the time, they never really think about the height at the door. They say, how tall is the trailer inside? The question should really be, how tall is the trailer at the door? Because no matter how tall it is inside, it may be 6 or 8 inches taller inside than it is at the door opening, because there's usually a header across the back door. So we try real hard here at Weller's. And if you shop around, I tell people this all the time. If you find a trailer less expensive than us, you need to ask questions.
Yes.
Because obviously, take a look at the place. Pushing 1,000 trailers. Nobody buys more trailers than we do, and nobody sells more. I can't remember how many we sold. It was just a shade under 1,000 last year. So, you know, there's nobody buying anymore. There's nobody selling anymore. So the reality is, if somebody is less expensive, feel free to come here. We'll get on the phone and call them for you and ask them what's up. If somebody has a better deal than us, we want what's best for you. We want your business, quite frankly. But if somebody is genuinely less expensive on the same exact product, hallelujah, have at it. In other words, you know, that's a better deal. But if they're just not knowledgeable, or they only sell one brand of trailer and it's not built quite the same as this, it's another thing we offer. Don't we have like 15 different brands of trailers floating around here?
We do. We have a wide selection.
So if you want to look at a 6x12 landscape trailer, we're not going to show you just one brand. We've got numerous brands, and we'll show you that every one of them is built differently. Not all trailers are built the same or equal. So anyway, today is a good day to buy a trailer. Would you guys agree?
I would say
agree.
yes.
Just ask for Brooks.
Ask for
Ask
Brooks.
for Brandon.
That's a little rude there. I was saying ask for Jim. But anyway, give us a call. What's the number? 337-8228 on the web. It's Wellers.com. Hey, before I run out of time, I got another advertiser I want to mention, which is, again, my accountant. You know what's amazing? Do you notice all the people that advertise with my show are people I've all done business with for years and years and years? And that's what we're trying to say here at Wellers. We don't survive in business for 39 years in this community, starting at 16 years old, without doing something halfway right. We are not saints. We are not perfect, but we are human beings that live in this community. We support this community. We go to church in this community. We tithe in this community. We buy billboards at ballparks in this community. We are here to support the community, and all we ask is you give us a fair shot. We try to be as competitive all the time as anybody. Sometimes we are, sometimes we aren't. But we are here. We try to give you service that you can't get anywhere else. When we sell a trailer, another thing we do that I know nobody else does, we pull it up to our shop. At that moment, we check the air in the tires. We check the lug nuts. We make sure that the lights work. We make sure the coupler's good in latching correctly and so on. You know, a lot of places, they sell a trailer and it's out in the parking lot, got a cable run from one wheel to another, and then when they sell it, you get it then. If it's cold weather and the air pressure in the tires is low, you just bought a trailer not properly inflated. In other words, because they don't do any of that. If the lights work, they work. If they don't, they don't. In other words, but here at Wellers, we make sure things are right when you leave here. We also, if you're a Delaware resident, we can do your tag work for you. A lot of people know that that's not the most, that going to the motor vehicle is a good thing. They do a great job. But some people relate it like going to the dentist. We want to get done, you know, but we want as little noise as possible, because that noise sometimes at the dentist makes you think something's hurting.
Can you go to the dentist for me?
Go to the dentist for me. I can go to the motor vehicle for you.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm just saying they do a great job. They do a good job for us, but we offer that service if you want it. But back to great service. My accountant, George Luff & Associates in Milford, has this payroll thing called Easy Payroll. So if you're listening and you have employees and you want somebody else to do your payroll and you're just fed up with it, maybe your business is downsized. Maybe your business has grown. Either way, give them a call at 422-9699. They can do your quarterly reports, your year-end documents, contractor payments, multi-state calculations, gross to net calculations, vacation and sick time accrual, whatever you need help with pertaining to your payroll, they can help you. 100 employees, no problem. 151 employees, no problem. 422-9699 on the web, Luff, LUFFCPAS.com. All right, guys, we are coming to the end of the show. Not exactly there, but I want to thank Brooks. He's been running all the electronic stuff in the background, so any squeaks or whatever you've heard, I haven't heard of one. Brooks, you've done really good today.
I've tried to keep it nice and clean.
What did you do for Valentine's Day? I'd like to know.
I ran sound at a basketball game.
What game?
The Cape Sussex Tech game.
Okay, now that's with what, Delmarva?
Sports on Delmarva.
Sports on Delmarva. Okay, and how was the game?
The game was actually really good.
Okay.
It was a really competitive game.
Okay.
I felt like Sussex Tech was going to come in and just clean their clocks, but Cape held it together. They fell behind quick, pulled back to even at halftime, and pulled away at the end.
And that was what you did for Valentine's Day.
That is what I did.
I got to believe your young bride's getting something special tonight.
We actually went out earlier in the week and went out to dinner, and I got her a big cart. It was probably 1.5 feet wide by about 3 feet tall, and got her some chocolates and some candy. And
now, did you eat any of those chocolates or candy?
I have not eaten any of those chocolates yet.
Good boy. Okay. Anyway, Brandon, how about you?
Well, I've done a couple different things.
Okay, just as quick as possible. You got 30 seconds.
My wife and I went out to dinner. I also purchased her a purse. She is a purse fanatic, and she's got a nice little surprise waiting at home. Bought her a couple flowers and some chocolates and some candies and a little stuffed animal.
There you go. Aren't you something?
I am. I know how to do it.
You do. Quite the little romancer here.
Yes.
All right, folks. So I want to say thank you to Fran back at the studio for running the board and keeping everything straight and making us look and sound as good as we look and sound. We are here today till 1 o'clock. We would love to sell some trailers or Adirondack chairs or hand warmers or socks or whatever. So thank you for listening. God bless you all. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week on Weller Does Delmarva. Bye-bye.
The preceding program was a paid commercial presentation. Local news first.